Hello, this is my 2003 Land Rover Defender TD5. Last year I had some real issues with water getting into my fuel system. In the end I had no idea where the water was coming from that was getting into my diesel, and I could only deduce that I picked up some bad fuel from somewhere. However, a couple of weeks ago I noticed that there was water coming out of my locking fuel cap. So here's a demonstration of what I think was happening. In fact, I'm almost certain this is where the water was getting into the fuel tank, because I pressure tested the whole fuel system and there were no leaks at all. The only thing is, I conducted the pressure test from the filling point. So in actual fact, the filling cap wasn't involved in the test. So here you can see this is a pretty rudimentary test. All I'm going to do is add drops of water to where the key goes into the locking petrol cap, and just see if the water comes out at the bottom, and I think you'll find that it does. The thing is, it's in my opinion, it's just filling up inside the cap, and it fills up until such time as it kind of overflows, and then it draws the rest of it through. So if you watch, the tissue will start getting wet pretty soon. In actual fact, it takes a while, but please be patient. So I'm just bearing in mind here that the fuel filler cap is actually on a flat surface. When it's fitted to the vehicle, it's at an angle, so the water probably would not build up inside it. It would just drip straight into the fuel tank. I know that it's only a drip at a time, but it wouldn't take long for it to accumulate, every drip to accumulate in the bottom of the diesel tank. And I think we had some pretty horrendous wet weather last year, and even if it wasn't just due to one year's weather events, it would soon accumulate over the years, as the water would have nowhere to go. So I'm convinced this is where the ingress of water was happening, and the water was going through the key slot in the filler cap. So what's the solution? Here I'm going to try and fill the key slot up with Vaseline. So once I've packed the Vaseline into the key slot, I'm inserting the key a few times to make sure that it goes down in all the workings, and then I'm going to try with the drops of water again. As you can see, that obviously didn't work. So I obviously at the bare minimum need to get a new fuel cap. Or I could get a proper fuel cover that covers the hole where the fuel filler cap is. I know it's not much of a dilemma, but a new filler cap is around £10, and one of those covers is around £25, and they require, by the look of it, a little bit of fitting. So I think initially I'm going to go for a new filler cap, and I'll have to test it before I fit it. I know one of these complete covers looks like the solution, but as I said before, I'm into preservation, not renovation, or modification if I can help it. So that's it. Another problem solved before the road trip. My wife's going to be really, really pleased now.